You are the chosen few, protectors of our world. This is your time.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul. Today you're joining me on the Curious Corner of Controversy, brought to you by Devious Entertainment. Today we're going to talk about Anthem, brought to you by BioWare. Anthem has been highly anticipated, but it has been a 7-year developmental hell process of grueling up and down, back and forth, rewrites, and like I said, developmental hell to the very extent of the word. They originally started out to make a game called Beyond, which was slated to be an action survival game, and they really wanted to steer clear of a lot of the pitfalls that they've seen in the current market. Many of the elements of the game were left to some of the last minute stages, which unfortunately we're all seeing right now. So over the 7-year period of development, the majority of that time was spent writing and rewriting and developing things back and forth, and they kind of just kept spinning the tires. They did release a small teaser, and right before their E3 reveal in 2017, they came up with an entirely new title, Anthem, and decided to make an entire story rewrite and basically scrapped 5 years of development. Now, I don't know what you guys know about video game making. I'm kind of getting in there myself, and we're trying to make some things happen here. But it is a slow and arduous process, but it has a great payout in the end. But if you really wait until the last minute to take some of the key components of the game, especially the gameplay itself, chances are you're going to have a lot of issues. So in the last 12 to 16 months of development, they changed the entire story, the title, and added brand new mechanics, including flight, which is something originally never thought of in the game. Adding the flight mechanic to a game, especially in a 360 degree range like they're doing, you literally have to build an entire new environment. So they literally had to redesign everything they had from the ground up to accommodate this new feature, which from the footage I've seen, it looks like it's going to be an amazing feature, but from the comments and other footage I've seen, that might not be enough to save the game. So another issue that they've had with BioWare, not just with the game development side of things, but with staff, is that BioWare has been known for what they call stress casualties. In this industry, the hours are grueling. There's sometimes where you hear game makers working for days on end, basically living in the game studio, eating pizza for days on end, not bathing, this, that, and the other, having an IV of Mountain Dew hooked to them while they sit there and code or edit and this, that, and the other. It happens. It's like that. BioWare is known for it. One of their biggest cases was with Mass Effect Andromeda, where many staff members were doctor ordered to take leave of absences, and it has been the same case with the 7-year process of Anthem. Along with that, not only have there been, like I said, leave of absences, some of them open-ended, some of them have been permanent staffing losses, such as one of their head writers, Drew Karpathian, who was one of the writers of Mass Effect and one of my all-time personal favorite games, Baldur's Gate. He left due to no hard feelings and nothing to do with developmental issues, but wants to pursue more personal goals and dreams, or aspirations, I guess you would say, in graphic novels and original novels that he plans to write. Time out for water break. Stay hydrated, kids. This label that will probably get sued for showing, this is pixelation. Anyways.
Quality H2O.
That's some high quality H2O. All right, back into character. Lemon face, lime face. Drew Karpathian, that's where I left off. Another heavy loss to them was Hal Hood, who joined in 2006 and was one of the head writers for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Which, speaking of Star Wars, BioWare had another issue with another Star Wars game. They were pretty far into development, and before it ever got to fruition, they just scrapped it. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but it is something I plan to look into later on. But it seems like BioWare has been having a lot of issues over the last few years, mainly due to losing some of their head staff members. One of their biggest losses was was actually the head and 17-year vet of BioWare, Steve Gilmore, who was the head animator for Anthem. I don't know, it just seems like what started out as a game a game company that I remember playing when I was a kid. Like, I think Dragon Age was probably the first RPG I really got like just into and played for hours on end, and it really just kind of like changed how I got into games. Like, I played Halo, I played Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, stuff like that, but the RPGs, those really like dragged me into it, and I don't know, got my Frodo going, I guess. But I don't know, to see what they did with Dragon Age 2, it was a fun game, but it was a letdown for one to have a pre-made character, and then, I don't know, just they took away a lot of the freedom that they made with their previous game. Mass Effect 1 and 2 were phenomenal games. Andromeda, again, that was one of the games that just suffered from a lot of issues in development, along with, I don't know, they just changed a whole lot in it, from gameplay to story to, I don't know, a lot of things just didn't make sense. They tried to retcon some things that they shouldn't have. It happens, I don't know. I'm really hoping that they can either release updates to fix Anthem and to make amends for what has been 7 years of, I guarantee you these guys, love what they do and that they've poured their heart and souls into this game, but due to, from what I've read and researched, a severe lack of leadership and a lot of rocky underlayings that, I don't know, they don't have the best foundations to continue to build the quality of games that they used to build. And hopefully they can get back to it. They did announce that they started development in May of 2017 on Dragon Age 4. They did just release a small teaser trailer. They've talked about revisiting old characters, old faces, old places, but one of the head writers involved in it now is a character named Alexis Kennedy, who's really pushing towards a Lovecraftian feel and a large darker tone, and is really focusing on death and loss, or at least in the parts that he's involved in. I don't know, like when I originally saw the first footage for Anthem, I didn't know anything about it, but all I saw was this like crazy space Iron Man suit flying through an exotic jungle and all kinds of gnarly monsters, and like I was sold looking at that footage. Like, there was no fighting or anything yet, it was just a gnarly suit flying through space on this weird planet. It was amazing, it was breathtaking. I wanted to buy it instantly, but now, I think that was 2 years ago I saw that the game's out, and that footage is pretty much most of the footage that is still out there, and the game's been released, and it seems like they took everything from that 7-year period and crammed it into that last 12 to 16 months, and really they've got stunning graphics, all kinds of new engines that they worked with. They had issues with one of their engines, which was called the Frostbite engine, but they've since fixed that and moved past it. And hopefully the advances they made with Anthem will progress with Dragon Age 4, and hopefully they'll go back to their roots a little bit with Dragon Age 4, because like I said, Dragon Age 2 didn't do it for me, and neither did Inquisitor, but Dragon Age 1, like, I will probably go home and play this, I think, 12-year-old game tonight, as opposed to a brand new game that just came out with cutting-edge graphics and gameplay and blah, blah, blah. Another kind of turn off to me with the Dragon Age, they announced that they're going to be pushing towards an online play, which it might just be me. I have limited time to play games, so online play to me isn't my thing. I just die too much and get owned by 7-year-olds, so it's kind of disheartening. And I thought I had bad mouth, but some of the 7-year-olds, like, they're rough. Real rough. I don't cry though, so, well, they can't hear it. Anyways, I don't know, guys, like, Anthem looks amazing, had a lot of building up to be something great, and it seems like they let the fans down, and people are letting them hear it. People are completely let down. It's ranked one of the worst games they've ever released. Their physical sales are severely undershot. I don't know. I hope that I maybe brought some information that you guys didn't have. I probably got a few things wrong. I probably did. I'm not gonna lie there. But you know, I don't know. I'm gonna play the game. I'm still gonna play it and hope that, like I said, they release updates to try and fix things or do something with it. It seems like it's too much of a good thing to just let fall by the wayside. I think they should try and fix what they have and kind of give the people what they want. Because like I said, I saw the game 2 years ago and was sold on it, and now it's kind of a letdown. So maybe this time they can either fix things, or we'll just have to sweep it under the rug and hope that Dragon Age 4 knocks it out of the park. I really hope it does. Like I said, I'm a big RPG guy. I'm a Tolkien nerd, so I'm all about fighting dragons. But I don't know, I'm also a sci-fi nerd, so Anthem is really right up my alley as well, if they fix the issues they have. With that, this is Paul. This has been the Curious Corner of Controversy. We'll be back some other time, hopefully soon, with some more craziness going on in the entertainment and video game world. Brought to you by Devious Entertainment. Stay devious, everyone.